Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dazzling Dave. This is the international fan reaction for that disappointing defeat. Liverpool 4, Wolves 0. We've got 10 countries represented, a bit of a mixed bag. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in representing your country or as a guest UK rep, let me know in the comment section below and I'll let you know how. So without any further ado, let's go around the world.
This is Chris from Eidsvoll in Norway. I'm not going to waste too many seconds talking about that. First half was okay actually, I was quite happy with it. Colossal mistake by Cody for their goal, of course. And I think after the penalty incident, that certainly affected his performance the rest of the game. Second half was nothing other than a total and utter mess. Individual mistakes all over the pitch, collective mistakes positionally, way too many positional changes on the field by Nuno. Supping the wingers really took the momentum away from the game. Not a good day for anyone, and more worryingly, with Raul not being there, we clearly miss a centre forward. We were playing without a centre forward. It was very obvious. Second half was a total and utter embarrassment. And that's all I have to say.
Hey Dave, New York Wolves here. I'll keep this brief because it's cold and windy outside. Really disappointing afternoon for us. I think better team won. I think 4-0 was a little bit flattering. When you look at the goals, the first one was a mistake by Cody. The third or fourth was own goal by Semedo, and then we could have had a penalty in the first half. I think VAR did overturn it correctly. Hopefully we get some decisions like that one day. Wouldn't that be nice? Fine margins. We could have gone in at half-time 1-1, and who knows what would have happened after that. But like I said, in the end, I think Liverpool were the worthy winners, although not by 4 goals. I think as a team, we played. I think we played well. I don't want to pick anybody out. Obviously, Cody made that mistake. I think he's allowed after how solid he's been for so long for us. I think Semedo seems to be. He's good going forward, but he always looks a little shaky at the back, which in a back 5 you can probably get away with. But in a back 4, you've got to be more like Marçal, who I thought was solid today. Good attempt by Nuno to change things up and bring in on Vitinha, who I thought looked pretty sharp, and Aiden, who also had a couple of interesting moments. Silva, I'm not sure about. He did have a couple of interesting moments, but also looked pretty anonymous for a lot of the time as well. So I think all in all, the better team won. Disappointing, obviously, to lose 4-0 at Anfield. But given we've only just lost Jimenez, who's a massive player for us, I think it will take a little while to adjust to that. And obviously we're a team in transition to start off with. So not looking for excuses. We should have done better and should be more of a threat to Liverpool. But disappointed. Move on, and hopefully we'll take our frustration out on Villa next weekend. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, mate. See you soon.
Hi everyone, it's Asa from Parma here. So despite the result, we did a good first half with a few good chances, way better than the second one. Obviously Raul was out, but I would have loved to see Fabio Silva as a starter, as he played quite good in my opinion. 4-0 is difficult to take. Liverpool played better than us, and that's a fact. But I think we had this lack of confidence after the first goal, and we just let ourselves down. This has to change, as we can't concede 4 goals in a single match, and it's not the first time this year. It happened a couple of months back against West Ham United. It was kind of weird to see Jota in different colors, but this is soccer. Players will come, players will go. So yeah, we lost bad, but now we have to look forward to the next one, which is at home, 1:30 p.m. Saturday facing Villa, and against Villa we must win. So head up and see you on the next review.
Hi guys, Andy here from Montreux. Just a few words tonight, and I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to try and be constructive or neutral. I thought Liverpool were by far the best team tonight. In reality, once they had scored 2 goals, we did not look like we were confident of coming back. We did have our moments. I thought it was a great effort by Podence, which was neatly saved by their goalkeeper, and I think that is the story of our match until Liverpool put their first goal in. I find it difficult to name a man of the match. I'm not sure any of our team excelled to that extent. Marcel had a good game, I thought. I thought Neto and Podence tried, but I don't think they really managed to get going in the same way as they did against Arsenal. But then Liverpool were particularly good. They closed us down when we had it. They attacked when they got the ball, and they were clinical in their finishing. So I'm sure Nuno will take lessons away from that. Liverpool were the better team. I think they deserved to win, and I'm also confident that if we had supporters behind us, that would also make a difference. I thought it was a nice touch that the Liverpool fans sang Si Senor. That was a nice touch. Well, what can I say? We move on. It's an unfortunate loss, but it's only it's one defeat. Forget the number of goals and let's focus forwards.
Hi Dave, Andy in Melbourne here. Well, I've had a couple of hours to reflect on what I saw this morning. I'm still not really clear to working out what happened. God knows what Cody was thinking with that first goal that he gave away. And that really was the beginning of the end, really. We never seemed to recover. I thought until they scored, we looked pretty lively. Neto was dancing down the line. I thought Podence had a chance that the keeper pushed over the bar. But second half was just terrible. I just think we just never turned up. I think when you look back at the game, the big difference for me is when we set our defence and try to defend when the opposition have got the ball, we're all tucked away behind the halfway line, ready for them, and inviting them onto us. Yet when we got the ball in the back third, you could see how forward those front three of Liverpool were. Didn't matter if it was Firmino, Salah or Mane, and when Jota came on, they were doing the same. We looked to be pressured all the way through the pitch. At the end of the day, I think we just got to put it down to a bad day at the office. They are a very good team. They don't lose many. They certainly don't let many in. But I did think today was a day that we could have pulled a few surprises given their injury list, etc. But hey ho, not to be. Man of the match, difficult. Didn't really see any great standout performances. Thought Vitinha looked a bit lively when he came on in patches. Positives from the game, well, I guess nobody got sent off, nobody got booked. Didn't appear to pick up any injuries, so hopefully we can right the wrongs against the Villa on Saturday and get back to winning ways. Cheers, bye.
Hello Dave, fellow Wolves fans, Brian from Thailand here. So it finished 4-0 to Liverpool last night. Can't complain about getting beat. Maybe 4-0 flattered Liverpool, but in reality they're miles better than us. I thought we had half a chance going into the game because Liverpool had a few injury problems, but it wasn't to be. Defensively, we were not good. First goal, third goal and fourth goal, I thought we could have defended it better, but the game itself, Podence had created something with a little dink trying to get into the far corner, but their keeper scrambled over and tipped it round the post. And then soon after that went down the other end. And look, all Wolves fans and Conor Cody knows he made a right error, trying to chest the ball down, but made a rig, fell into the path of Salah, bang, 1-0. You can tell his reaction when he put his shirt over his head. But went down the other end, penalty decision. He knew he was going to get clattered, so he went down early. No, it was never a penalty. You see it week in, week out in Premiership games that players slightly anticipate getting clattered. So it's not the first time you see it. It won't be the last. But went in 1-0 down. Thought, hang about the second half. We got half a chance because we're a second half team, but it wasn't to be.
Hiya Dave, it's Sarah and James from Staffordshire. Well, thought we started the game okay. We did have a few chances. It is clearly evident that we're missing our main man, Raul. There just wasn't the tempo or the fluidity from last week's performance in tonight's performance against Liverpool.
It's always going to be a difficult game. Obviously, you have to consider the quality of Liverpool, even though they have got 9 players out injured. But obviously, another key factor in the game was obviously return of fans. Would be nice if Wolves can have fans, and obviously the other clubs can have fans. But Wolves did have chances. My man of the match is Traore. I thought he was always a constant threat on the wing. But it's a game you have to learn from and reflect on. But I think it's a game that won't define Wolves this season. On to Villa. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Evening, everybody. Paul here from Spain. Very disappointing result. Very disappointing match. Overall, I think we looked absolutely dreadful tonight. I've never seen the back two, particularly Bolly and Cody, play so bad. Irrespective of whether Liverpool are the champions of the Premier League, that was by far the most disorganised I've seen the team play this season. Neto, probably the pick of the bunch. I think Semedo's getting some stick on social media tonight, but he's a good player, very good player, and he shouldn't be getting the hard knocks that he's taken on social media, that's for sure. Neves, don't know what's happened to that lad. He was shooting, he was scoring for fun outside the area. I don't think he's had more than half a dozen shots all season. Needs to improve all round. Adama, one trick pony. Fast. Little end result. So, Nuno, you've got to do your magic, boy, because Villa are no mugs. Much improved, probably the most improved team in the Premier League this season. So, roll on a Saturday kickoff for a change. We'll all be there. We'll all be shouting. So, come on, boys. Must improve. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your week. Bye.
Hey, Dave, Wolfman Jeff here on the porch in Alabama. And, this is a sit down on the porch, not a stand up and smile. That was rough. That was a hard one to take. And the first half, I felt like we were still in it. And so I felt like, okay, we're just down one. We usually come and play better in the second half. And that did not happen. We were back to playing one half, and the first half was the best we had. Going back at it, I'm going on a limb here, but I have a feeling that because our defense just crumbled more and more, and it wasn't overnight, it was just a slowly falling in quality more and more. But it was after that first goal, that first mistake that Connor made, and again, he doesn't make those mistakes very often. I just kind of got the feeling maybe he had difficulty shaking it. At least in the first half, he was trying to compensate and to bring it back, and it felt like he was overcompensating. But by the second half, I just think that the belief wasn't there, not just in Connor, but for really our whole defense. And we allowed Liverpool just to completely dictate that game. There were some bright spots, especially in the first half, and Neto was pushing and trying. I think in the first half, Semedo did better, but it was just, I don't know what was going on. Of course, you got to give hats off to Liverpool. I had expected them to play poorer, especially with as many injuries as they've had coming back, but they really answered. Their keeper played very well. I was excited not to see Allison, and that didn't matter because we weren't able to finish those chances. We had a few crosses. Dave, we're still not able to finish it. Even if we got a goal or two, I'd feel better. But that clean sheet against us, and that was just, it was embarrassing. It went from we're still in it, and by the end of the match, it's like I felt like we were a junior high club playing against a college team. That probably doesn't make sense in the UK. I felt like we're a bunch of little kids playing against the top side. And we're better than this. We're better than this. Hats off to Liverpool. I wouldn't have been upset with the Liverpool win. I am upset with our level of play in that second half. So onward, upward, we're going to shake this off. And I think Nuno's going to run him through the ringer this week. Hey, this has been Wolfman Jeff. Always Wolves.
Checking in from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. Just finished watching Wolves get absolutely demolished in every aspect of the game by Liverpool. We played 10-15 minutes at the beginning of the match. We looked lively. Neto and Podence making some runs. Traore had his moments, but nothing consistent enough. And obviously with no target man in the middle, it's going to be difficult. I think players like Dendoncker have showed some regression in the last several weeks, and I actually think Neves hasn't been himself either. I mean, we could say this for every player on the pitch. To be honest, not much to be positive about today. Gutted for Cody after a shocking first half, and then to get booed by supporters of the club that he very vocally loves, only second to Wolves. So yeah, anyways, just not a very positive day. Certainly nothing to make me feel warm on the inside. So I'm going to cut this one short and go have a couple pints and wash this one down, and on to the next one. Cheers, everybody, be safe.
Hello there, Chris here in Athens. Liverpool 4, Wolves 0. Terrible result, but what's more concerning is it was a pretty awful performance. Feel pretty sick because I thought we were going into the game. I thought without Raul it's going to be very difficult. But I also thought with Wolves, you never know at the moment. With Neto and Podence and Traore on the pitch, anything could happen. I didn't think we created much really. Okay, one mistake by Connor Cody. The man's a legend. Everybody makes mistakes, don't they? I think at the other end, he didn't dive. The referee pointed to the penalty spot without Connor even looking at him. So I thought the commentators calling him a cheat and stuff was bang out of order, if I'm honest. I think Nuno was tactically outdone by Klopp on the evening, and we need to accept that. We need to go back to the drawing board and try harder next time. Hard to pick a man of the match out of that game, really. So maybe Dendoncker, but yeah, not good at all. Hoping for better next time. It's Aston Villa. Bring it on, but Nuno, get that thinking cap on, please. Always Wolves.
Thanks to all the guys and gals that have contributed to this one. Again, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And also, don't forget to check out the great work that the Wolves Foundation do. And one final thing, it's nearly Christmas. If you fancy checking out my store and some of my designs, check out this. It means that you can get 15% off everything across the store. T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, bags, phone cases, the lot, all designed by myself, and you should still get delivered wherever you are in the world in time for Christmas. And the code is DDThanks15. Until the next one, I'm Dazzling Dave, always Wolves.